Hey guys, this is just another UCI again, built for a trade show, so not a lot of practical use, but you may want to grab a couple of the elements out of here if you ever need them. So this one had a couple of cool things. There's some graphing features down here. So this is using the example in the help file for using ezSVG to graph some lines, but it's doing a couple of extra bits and pieces in the background. You can see that back line is not smoothed, and the one in the front is. And even though it's not smoothed, it does look a lot better. It's more curvier than the example in the help file, because it actually uses the curve to function in ezSVG, which is a little bit complex because you have to calculate all of the control points for the Bezier curves so that the line still flows through the actual data points. So there's a little bit of work going on in the back end for that, but if you ever need to graph anything, you can grab them. There's a couple of scripts here, slightly different, so I'll just yeah, that's the back one there. Now you can see you can turn the actual smoothing on or off here. So that's the smoothing on. They both have slightly different window sizes in the scripts, just so they weren't completely at the top of each other. You can see there you can turn the smoothing on or off, and you can adjust the fill. That one, the purple one, has like a fill gradient, a slight gradient top to bottom, and then the other one here has a left to right on there. Again, yeah, you can see that working there. This one, it's a little bit inefficient because you can't, when you fill these lines in ezSVG, to do it you actually have to create a line from the 0 point up to the line, and then you make the line, and then you have to come back down a 0 point to fill it. So we didn't kind of like the look of that, so we ended up actually we're rendering it twice. Once the one that's actually filled has a line, but we've set it to 0 width, I think, and then we've actually drawn another line on top of it, so just to make it look better. But yeah, it's slightly inefficient to render, but hey, if you need it, feel free to grab it. This one's quite cool as well. This is just literally a SVG that we're drawing. So if I turn that, yeah, you can see there, so it's just literally drawing that with ezSVG, which is quite cool. You can, oops, I'm going to zoom in a little bit so you can see it. So, and we were using this actually to read the volume of a connected laptop via USB, and then kind of showing off that if your laptop's down, you can hit push volume and it will turn the laptop up. And the way we're doing that, it's not connected at the moment, it's just emulating, but the way we're doing that is using the HID media control, and then there's a little script in here that reads the gain, and when you push it, it basically holds down the volume up until it hits 100%. So again, looks cool. Don't know how useful it is, and there's a couple of CSS things if you don't know how to do asymmetrical borders and things. That's in the CSS. So there's in here we've got a little bit of CSS for changing the icon volume icon if you don't know how to do that. Adjusting some text. There's some CSS for the fader. So that's a left button, right button, which has the asymmetrical border radius there. You can see there's the fader with the icon changing. There is a slight gradient too that we've applied to these fill boxes via CSS. The shadow I actually did. You can actually do it in PowerPoint. I sort of drew it out in PowerPoint and hit shadow on there, and I've just hidden it behind these buttons. So you can't do the shadow in there, but then there is a slight gradient applied to these boxes just to make them look a little bit nicer. But yeah, feel free to steal anything you want from there. Hope it's of some use.